So sometimes negative patterns continue to surface in our life, not for us to kind of like break it and make it go away and abstain from it, but to help us release the guilt and shame surrounding it. See, you're always infinitely worthy, valuable, good enough. Like nothing you can do will separate you from the love of God or the divine. You're never touched. You can never be unworthy or not good enough for anything that you do. So if you really begin to pay attention, whenever you choose something that you know doesn't serve you, you're like, why am I doing this again? I said I wasn't going to do this. Here I am doing it again. Or I said I was going to do better about this, and here I am doing it again. Pay attention to the way that you feel inside. Now, does that mean you should just like let yourself continue to like you just do whatever? No, I'm saying like pay attention to the guilt and the shame that you feel surrounding that thing. Many of the things in my life that have healed and kind of just once were such a big deal, as I begin to release the guilt and shame around it, I found letting it go was so much easier. Some of them are just, they're patterns, habits, and, those things you can begin to choose something different, let it go and begin to choose something different. But if it keeps surfacing, it's like you'll step away and you're drawn right back to it. What I mean, like you're drawn to it. It's like you're attracted to it. You're like, why am I choosing this? Pay attention. Often there's a guilt and shame surrounding it. And it's just trying to show you where you're still worthy. You're still good enough. You're not bad. Like there's so many things that we have been made to feel bad about. It's just your choice. You're choosing that thing. You got to bring your awareness and shift the perspective. Be like, I'm choosing this. Some reason I feel like this serves me. So if you're still choosing something, then you have a belief that it serves you, and you can change that belief. But I've learned that I can't begin to change that belief if I haven't let go of the guilt and shame surrounding it first. So there's been many patterns and habits that I've tried to change and force myself to change and let go of because I'm like, this doesn't seem to be serving me anymore. But I'll find myself choosing it, and then I'll go into this guilt shame pattern, which makes me want to choose it again. And then it's like, look, you're always good enough. Don't shame yourself. If you're struggling with addictions, things like that, hey, I encourage you to begin to work towards those, to try to get help, try to let them go, try to move towards healthier patterns. But at all costs, don't hold yourself guilty and don't surround yourself with shame concerning those. They're usually just lessons. We're usually learning just big lessons with these things. Another one for me is with parenting. Many of the parenting things that I've had break recently, I would notice that when I would react a certain way, or when I couldn't make things perfect, like it's like I'm trying to do it right and then I mess up, I would go into this shame and guilt of like, man, I'm a bad father, I'm not good enough, why can't I make this happen? I should be able to do this, I should be able to make it perfect. That's a lot of weight on your shoulder. If you're a parent and you're trying to be better, dude, applaud yourself. Congratulations. You're doing better than 90% of the population. Maybe less. Maybe there's more people trying. But there's a lot of parents out there that aren't, They don't see it. They're not really trying to do anything differently. So if you're trying, don't shame yourself when you don't get it right. Just be like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to keep working at this. I forgive myself. Hey, I reacted that way. Why did I react that way today? What was it that I was feeling? What could this be showing me? And, apologize and make amends with your children or with whoever when you need to. But don't shame yourself. Don't feel guilty. That will keep you stuck in the cycle, and you can guarantee that it will keep surfacing. Like, I can't tell you how many times it took me to learn certain things, like just bedtime routines, all these different things where I'd feel guilty, like sometimes guilty for setting boundaries on my energy. Even as a father, as a parent, as a mother, you can set boundaries on your energy. It's not that you neglect your kids, no, but also you're a person too, and you don't always have to give all of yourself always. You gotta begin to be okay with setting boundaries, and they may show signs of how, like, and then if you feel guilty and you're like, I'm no good, I should be giving all my energy away and always serving. No, you can't you can't really show up for your kids fully if you're not setting intentional time for yourself. I'm not saying neglect them, no way. It's about finding balance within yourself, making a lot of time to, you know, be with yourself, love on yourself, do what you love to do. If you love playing guitar, make sure you give time for playing guitar. And don't feel guilty by saying, no, I can't do this right now. I can't play with you at this moment. Or, no, we can't go here right now, but we can later. And making sure that you know that if you continue to harbor the guilt and shame, that the lesson will continue to show up. Because our biggest lesson here on earth is to realize that we're not bad. We're not unworthy of the love that God has for us. We're not unworthy of the divine within us. We're always worthy. We're always untouched and unscathed. Who we really are cannot be bad. It is infinite love. It is light. It is joy. It is peace. It is unconditional allowance and awareness. So the more you judge something as good or bad, the more it's going to continue to show up. So that was a big rambling rant, but I hope you can glean something from it. Blessings.